Colombia's FARC rebels are demanding the Colombian government sign a ceasefire deal. The rebels have threatened that they will stop their ceasefire on the 20th of January should the government not drop its arms during the peace talks. Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos has refused to take part, choosing instead to keep up military pressure to try to force the FARC, or Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, to reach an accord. FARC's lead negotiator Ivan Marquez told a news conference in the Cuban capital that there would not be an extension of the ceasefire. Meanwhile, in the United States of America, there has been heaving under the cases of the flu. On Wednesday, the mayor of Boston had to declare a public health emergency after 700 cases of flu were registered. In Illinois, large numbers of sick people had to be turned away as the hospitals were overwhelmed. In Maine, a significantly higher number of flu cases were reported. In North Carolina, the highest levels of flu activity was recorded, with 11 people dead. Hundreds of South African fans on Wednesday gathered in the economic capital, Johannesburg, to begin a 10-day countdown to the 2013 African Cup of Nations, which kicks off on January 19th. Kintayo Adeta-Kumbo has more.
The 29th African Cup of Nations AFCON tournament, which ends on February 10, will see 16 countries take part in the most prestigious competition in African football. Many football lovers in South Africa also came to see their national team, Bafana Bafana, who were being presented to the country's Minister of Sports and Recreation, Fikile Mbalula. Mbalula told the crowd that they must show support for their country and encourage the team to do well as they prepare for the tournament.
Go and do us proud. We release you to go and compete with the best in the world.
Musicians kept the crowd in high spirits, while dancers, including the official AFCON mascot, displayed their latest dance moves at the event held near the Nelson Mandela Library in Sandton. The AFCON opening match will be played between South Africa's Bafana Bafana and Cape Verde in Johannesburg. Tickets on sale range from $5 to $23. Ethiopia has already secured 30,000 tickets, and defending champion Zambia has 15,000 tickets for their fans. South Africans are still expected to make up the bulk of spectators. About 86,000 football fans are expected to visit the Johannesburg National Stadium for the opening and closing ceremonies.
We are dedicating that cup to Tata Madiba. Yes. We owe him big time, remember?
Meanwhile, expectations are high in Ivory Coast's economic capital of Abidjan as members of the fan club of the national team, the Elephants, rehearse their songs for the tournament. After coming second to Zambia in the last tournament held in Libreville, Gabon, fans in Africa's leading cocoa producer are bracing for victory this time around. Romark Ungweson, a football fan in Abidjan, said this year's tournament offered the country's top but aging players like Didier Drogba the chance to redeem themselves. But Kerry Koso, an ardent football fan, disagrees, saying that an aging team has little chance to produce results. Ivorians still remember too well the agonizing moments in Gabon when Drogba blazed a regular time penalty over the crossbar, helping Zambia move close to victory. Benson Aka, a sports journalist based in Abidjan, believes that despite the past losses, the national side will be triumphant in South Africa. Ivory Coast has only won the AFCON tournament once, beating Ghana in a penalty shootout 21 years ago.
Well, we can't wait for the AFCONs to begin, indeed. So let's revisit tonight's major headlines once again. In Kenya, tensions resume in the Tana region once again, with over 18 people killed in what most believe to be politically motivated violence. Venezuela's main opposition leader, Enrique Capriles, faces off with Vice President Maduro over delay of President Chavez's inauguration. And 10 days to go for the kickstart of the African Cup of Nations AFCON. The anxious wait begins. Thank you for watching. For more updates, you could always visit voxafrica.co.uk/news. Enjoy the rest of your evening and goodbye.